Hello.
Hello.
My name is Ezra, and I've had this channel for a decade now. It's
Many
been
years
and
on the
the
channel.
whole time there's been a bit of invisible wall
Big year.
and between us, and I think it's time that we broke down that wall.
Been making
and
films
spoke to
for
each
so
other,
long,
had a bit of a dialogue,
and just
bit
want
of a
to make a
conversation.
connection. Just want to make a
So
connection.
this is me. This is Here I
The
Am.
planet. Welcome to the
uh,
show.
Could you?
Welcome to my planet.
And this is
world,
my
my show.
world. This is my planet, and this is my my show.
Cue the music.
Cue the title sequence. Yeah. Hello. Hi. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. A pleasure to have you. We're entering a new phase here on the channel, and I thought, why not finally break down the barriers and kill the facade and speak to you. We've got a whole new studio set. We have a whole new writing staff, whole new team behind the camera. Why not have a whole new take on this? So I thought, what better way than to do a Q&A? So I've got some viewer submitted questions. They're actually in the question bucket here. The question bucket has, that's my mother. So why don't we dive right on in with question numero uno, rooting around, try not to peek. Question one, funnily enough, submitted by my mum, who I'd hope you know, Mum. I'd hope you know, but for everyone else, who am I? Great question. How do I answer that? Let's break down the facade here. Who am I? Well, I feel increasingly in today's society there's a pressure to answer the question of who you are by putting yourself into a box and implying a label, in much the same way as you would go to the store and try and buy some butter or cereal. You want to know what's inside the box. Is it a doctor or a plumber or perhaps a lawyer of some sort? All professions that my grandmother would finally be proud of. I jest, but you see, I made the mistake of going to drama school to try and study the craft of acting. Don't get me wrong, it was the best 3 years of my life, but to act is to imply doing, and I haven't been doing a hell of a lot of acting recently, so that's not a label I feel all too secure putting onto myself. In fact, I feel insecurity and uncertainty is a label that I would be 100% happy to have, 100% uncertain and insecure. Perhaps that's because I'm a Jew. That's a line I've been willing to accept recently. Biracial Jew, that's what we're going with. It's funny, when I was a kid I dreamed of being an impersonator, but my impressions weren't all too good, and it turned out that a lot of the people I was doing were controversial men. So I hope that cleared that up. Just trying to find my way, really. Question 2. No snooping, no peeking. Question 2 is sent in from Jessica. That's okay. I didn't realize Jess watched these videos. How are you doing? I haven't spoken to you in years. That's Jess asks why. Good question, Jess. Well, I'll tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. Everyone sit down. Let's clear away the clutter. I've got to tell you this story. About a decade ago, when I was just starting secondary school, my grandma gifted me a laptop, a little Toshiba laptop, really basic thing. This was big for me because I grew up in that time just before it was normal for every kid to have a camera in their pocket. And I know there's a bunch of boomers watching, hearing that going, "Oh, what boo-hoo! I grew up before the invention of the wheel. I grew up before the contraceptive pill was widely available." Yeah, I get it. Look, we grew up in different times. The point is, I'd never had anything like this. And it changed my life. My grandma gave it to me as a gift to say, when you start school, I want you to work hard. Use this device to do your homework. Use this device to discover the wonders of the internet. I can look at my life now and trace back. And I have my grandma to thank for my internet pornography addiction. Aside from that, that laptop came with a webcam. So this laptop had the Windows operating system on, and at the time it came paired with this piece of software that you could make movies on. I think it was called Windows Movie Maker. Now, one of my friends showed me this. He showed me that you could film directly from the webcam and use it like a camera, and then input that footage into this very basic editing software. You could cut things, you could speed them up, you could slow them down, you could add a bit of text, and you could add like a couple crazy filters. Like, it was super basic. Your phone can do more now. And so I remember so vividly putting my laptop down at this friend's house, hitting record, and we just ran around the room beating each other up, taking that footage, speeding it up and laughing. And all of a sudden, that was the hobby. That was the done thing. You'd go around to a mate's house, film a little stupid video, edit it there, watch it back and laugh your head off. Meanwhile, at school, I've met this weird little group of boys who share a similar little perversion and interest to me. I joined that little group, and for some reason we dub ourselves Dagoons.
Hello, Dagoons. Hail, Lenny, George, Joseph, and Sam. I'm Deep Roy, the Oompa Loompa. I'm going to fuck you all into the dirt.
And as we move forward making weird little videos, the same process occurred. Whereas before we would shoot something, 10 minutes later we'd be laughing at it hysterically. Now it would be, we shoot something 10 weeks, 10 months, 10 years. And now I'm here. I'm here, you know. And now we're here, you know. And as the years have gone on, I've said to myself, we need to go further, and we gotta make let's make the same movie again, but this time slightly better, because before it was shit, but now maybe it'll be slightly less shit. That's the motto. That's what this channel's about. Maybe it'll be less shit this time. Sometimes it's fun to just make some people smile, even if that person is just me watching the footage back, even if that person is one of my close mates and there's no one watching these videos. Even then, that's a good cause. So that kind of brings me to the next question, which I have to be honest, isn't a viewer submitted one. It was written by a little someone called me. And the question goes a little something like this. When? When is this all going to happen? What's the future? What does it all entail? I've got to be quite candid here and address certain allegations that have been put against me. I'm being called all sorts of things by many of you, namely a wet lettuce. Because at the beginning of this year, I wrote a list of videos that I wanted to create. They're in various stages of development. I've got pages of blank notebook just ready to be filled. They haven't come to fruition. I thought they would, and I'm disappointed in myself, but they're going to come, and the future is bright. I'm excited. You know, I'm 85 pages in. I'm sorry. This year was a dud. But next year, the year we're going into, the present, the now, that's when it's all going to happen. I've set new goals for this year, and I'm not going to share them with you, because you'll just call me a wet lettuce again, and I don't want that. But I'm gonna commit to these secret goals, and you're gonna see some real changes around here on the channel. Yeah. But who even cares? Because there's no one watching. Just before we wrap up, time to take a question from the audience.
Me. Could I ask a question? Is that possible?
Could I get a microphone to that gentleman?
Can I answer? Can I ask you the question? Is that possible?
Thank you. Is this on? Is this hello?
Yeah. Hello, mate.
Hi.
Hello, mate.
Can I first start by saying that I'm a huge fan of your work.
That's very kind.
I think you're massively underappreciated right now in the creative space, and I'm just huge fan. Huge. Yeah. No worries. No problemo. I guess my question is for you. I just wondered if you could talk about your brand. If you could talk brand. You know, I just
My
just do a
brand.
little bit about your brand.
Yeah, look, I mean, that is a controversial one. I suppose if you're doing brand, it's quite nasal. It's up here. But I find it's all in the word selection. So
Oh my God.
I find that I absolutely refute
Oh my
the
God, that's
allegations
so
that have been
funny.
placed upon me by the establishment.
No, I
There is
meant,
a new
sorry,
world
I
order.
meant, if you could talk about branding.
Oh.
Oh my God, that is so funny. No.
Okay. Yeah, no, branding.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't really know. Look, I don't really know. Branding's hard. We've made lots of weird little videos, and it's hard. It's hard to then box that in and be like, that's the brand. Weird shit. You know, who wants to subscribe to that? You know, I'd hoped the brand would be this guy. You know, you subscribe because of the face of this guy. But I don't think that's enough in this day and age, really. The Hollywood star is dead, as I'm told.
Oh, don't beat yourself up about it. I just wondered, like, who you think should be subscribed to you. You know, who do you want? Who's your intended audience for the? I just wondered who your intended audience was.
Silly people. People who are silly and like a bit of silliness in their lives. You know, you don't want to think about the war and the climate crisis. You don't want to think about gender politics. Then subscribe. If you like Jeremy Clarkson, subscribe. If you were born before it was commonplace to not smoke on an aeroplane, subscribe. If you feel pride for the community you're a part of, subscribe. If you hate Joe Rogan, subscribe. If you find me annoying, like and subscribe. That's who I'm talking to. I've got it. This channel is for people who want to see a man express himself and not express himself in the common way of talking about fucking shit that everyone talks about. No, we're going to talk about stuff no one talks about. And we're going to turn that into little weird things. We're going to do things on this channel that get some people really miffed off. And then other people, they're going to be so happy. And then the people in between, they're not going to know what to do with themselves. So stay tuned. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about all this. I'm getting used to the format. So next time we do one of these, it will be a little bit more concise. But I hope you've seen a side of me that you've not seen before. Let's just say that today. My name is Ezra Alexander. You've been fantastic. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, check out the other videos. We're moving into a whole new territory. This is the next phase, the next leg up.
That's very bad. They're not going to like that when that comes out. Oh, gosh. Oh, sorry. Hello. I didn't see you there. Got to be quiet. He's sleeping. Did you enjoy that? I mean, what was it? Yeah? Did you have fun? I hope you did. It was just a bit of fun, wasn't it? A bit of fun. It's going to be a big year. Very big year. For me, for you, for him. Very big year for him. Get rich or die trying this year, that's the motto. Or die trying.